Hi everybody, it's Amanda Patano and this is video number 10 out of my 90-day video challenge. Today I wanted to do a Facebook training. I've been asked this question a few times and I thought I would do a video on how to keep spammers from posting on your Facebook wall. And this can actually apply to anyone. If there's friends that constantly tag you and post you and things and they show up on your wall, when you go to your wall and you see all of these random posts, I'm going to show you how you can eliminate that and make sure that people see only what you have put on there. So what you want to do is go into your settings, and you can go up here where the arrow is on your main page. So just click on that and then click on settings. And you're going to want to go over here to timeline and tagging. So go ahead and click on that. And you have some options here. So it says, who can add things to my timeline? Now I'm going to show you a little trick here. The options here are either friends or only me. So if you put only me, then you're going to eliminate anyone from posting on your timeline. However, there's a little trick where even if you put friends on there, there's still a way where if friends tag you in things, nobody else can see it except for you. And that's what I want to show you, because you're going to be able to review what friends put and then decide whether or not you want people to see that on your timeline. So I chose friends because I'm okay with going ahead and reviewing, what is on my timeline. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. The next question says, review posts friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline. You probably want to go ahead and put that on because this is exactly what I'm talking about. So what I just did there is, let's go ahead and read that again. Review posts that friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline. And the reason that this is very important is because if you're choosing yes, friends can post on your timeline, you want to know what they're posting before it actually appears. So if you click here, the little edit button, it kind of explains that a little bit. So here it actually says timeline review controls whether you have to manually approve posts or tagged in before they go on the timeline. So what happens is you're going to get an option to either enable this or to disable this. So if you decide that you want friends to be able to post on your timeline, go ahead and click that you want it enabled, that you have to review it first before it goes public. Okay, because then you can decide if you really do want it to show up or if you don't want it to show up. And I'll go ahead and I'll show you, actually let's go ahead and look at it right now. So if you click on the timeline review, you're going to actually see that these are things that people tagged me in, but they're not actually appearing on my wall yet until I approve it. So like this one right here, this is about a live webinar right here. This is actually for tonight, so let's go ahead and just kind of go down. That one, I may not go ahead and do that one right now. So let's say I just didn't want that one on there. I would go ahead and click hide. Okay. Now you have an option also to go ahead and remove the tag. If you really don't want it, if it's harassing you, there's a couple options that you can do. I'm just going to leave that one alone for right now. But let's say for this one, this definitely. So Heather Urban, I don't really know who that is. I don't know if somebody might have spammed her, but I don't want this on my wall, but apparently I was tagged in this. So I definitely do not want that on my timeline. Heather's a friend, so since I chose friends, normally if I would not have enabled for myself to review this, this would have shown up on my wall. I don't want that on my wall. That's on everyone's wall as spam. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that. And actually what's happening is when I hide it, it gives me a message that I'm still tagged in this, which appears in search, newsfeed, and other places. So actually I don't want myself in that one. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to untag myself. So that's what I'm going to do to remove the tag so that I'm not even tagged on that anywhere. And then it'll just, you just say okay. Let me just skip down for a little bit here. So you could just leave them alone. You don't have to hit hide. I don't really want to be, this is all about basketball courts, free weights, all that. I don't want that on my timeline, so I'm just going to hide it. I'm not going to remove the tag right away yet. But here's actually, let's see. Quatika is my sponsor in one of my programs, and she is amazing. So let's see, and I see it's all about Rich Dad Poor Dad, which that's a wonderful, he's the author obviously of the Rich Dad Poor Dad books. So let's see what this is. Limited time only, Good day, only 2 days left to download. So I can review this. So it looks like this is actually a free download. Now, I highly endorse Robert Kiyosaki, and so this is something that I find valuable. So I am actually going to go ahead and add this to the timeline. Now you can actually see that she posted this 8 hours ago, so when I add it to my timeline, it's going to show up as if it was posted 8 hours ago. I think that this is something that other people can find valuable. There's still 2 more days to download this free ebook, Rich Kid, Smart Kid. So anyone that has kids might be interested in downloading this. So this is a good one. So here's an example. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my timeline. Thanks, Quatika. Okay, so now that says it's allowed on my timeline. And just another example. Here's one. This is actually something that I posted. Just for fun, would you live here? And I put this house of this glass house hanging over a cliff. You know what? I already posted it on my timeline. So if I were to allow it again, you know, he tags me, which was fine. I think he just said thank you for posting or something, which was cool. Thanks for sharing, David. I'm not going to go ahead and add this again because then it'll just show up twice on my timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that one. And so you can kind of see that if you allow friends to post on your timeline, you have the ability to control what actually goes on there. So I highly recommend, you know, making your settings so that if you choose to have friends post on your timeline, that you select to review posts before they appear on your timeline. Now, here's something else that you can control. It says who can see things on my timeline, who can see posts that I've been tagged in on my timeline. I'm going to go ahead and choose friends because, again, I'm controlling it. Some of the other option, who can see your posts, is either everyone, friends of friends, or friends. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, put friends. Who can see what others post on my timeline? What I chose, and this is kind of the tricky part, I chose only me. And the reason I did that is because there are friends on there that I'm friends with that go ahead and send me, you know, a thank you for accepting my friend request. And it will go on my timeline, but only I can see that. And I'm going to actually show you an example of this right now. And I left a few on here. Okay. So here's the one that I approved here, Quatika's. I went ahead and approved that. So now that shows up and it looks like it appeared 8 hours ago, even though I just allowed that one right now. But this is something I posted. Okay, so here's an example. This person wrote, thank you, Amanda, but see how that little lock is there? I can see this, and the reason that when friends say, you know, thank you, or whatnot, thanks for being my friend, only I can see this. And here's another one. Robin, thank you for adding me. I just added him. And what I put thank you to Rob, you know, nice to meet you. But if you notice, there's a little lock right here. So I know sometimes when you go to some people's Facebook pages, there's all these other ads on it. It's filled with thank you, great to connect, things like that. And it's really hard to get to know the person because it's filled with thank yous and other advertisements. And so even though it looks like there's other ads on my page, no one else can really see that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you. Here's another one. Eric Jones, really cool guy. He's sending me these awesome videos about confidence. This is a really good video, actually. But, you know, I can only see that because that's the way that my settings are set. You know, thank you for your friendship. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like to the public. If I go here back in the settings, go over to settings, timeline and tagging, and then it says who can see what others post on my timeline. Let's see, go back there. Oh, let's see here. Wait, let me go ahead and take another look. Who can I review tags people add? Okay, that's not really all that important right there. Let me go ahead and try to, oh, here it is, sorry. Who can see things on my timeline? Review what other people see on your timeline. So you can view it as if you were a different person. So here it says, this tool lets you see what your timeline looks like to the public or a specific person. Remember, things that you hide from your timeline still appear in the newsfeed, search, and other places. So if somebody tags you in a video or something, it might show up somewhere else, but it's not in your timeline. So now it says, this is what your timeline looks to the public. Okay, so remember how I had all of those, thank you for adding me as a friend? Well, they're gone. So now you just see everything that I posted on there. And so the reason I leave them on there so I can see it is when I go to my own wall, you know, sometimes I want to see it and reply to somebody. So let's say I want to view as a specific person. Let's say Rob. He just posted a thank you. So if Rob goes to my wall, Rob Robin. If Rob Robin goes to my wall, he'll actually see Cortica's. Okay, for some reason I have to figure out why I can't see that one. Let's see. So if Rob goes to my wall, he's going to see the thank you for adding me, but only he's going to see that. The public isn't actually going to see that. So it's nice because, you know, people know that you saw it. I replied to him, so he knows I replied. But, you know, a bunch of thank yous isn't going to clutter up my page. You want to keep your Facebook profile, you know, think of it as like you are advertising yourself. You are showing who you are as a person. You're advertising your business. You know, you don't want, you know, a bunch of other ads on your page clogging up your messages and what you want to say. And so you just want to make sure that you kind of go through and clean it up a little bit. So again, this is to keep the spammers off your wall, to control who's looking at that, and to control what people see. So again, as a quick reminder, you go to settings and you just click on timeline and tagging, and then you just want to make sure you either make this to say who can post on your timeline, only you, or you do friends and review posts. Okay, and then you just want to make sure that, you know, you enable, go ahead and enable that review. So hopefully this helped you out, and if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put your questions or comments below. If you're watching this on Facebook or on my YouTube channel, you can go ahead and put comments and questions, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want to follow along with me on this 90-day video journey. And I'm going to go ahead and leave some information here about ILN, which is the company that I'm with, a great community, wonderful trainings on how to be a great marketer, gave tons of wonderful tips, and has an amazing compensation plan. So I'm going to leave some information down there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and put my Facebook link down there too, so feel free to connect with me. So thank you so much again, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks, and have a great day.